Alright, what's up y'all, it's me, Just Days Boys, back with another video. Now, as you've read in the title, yes, I'm talking about how a lot of players in the Destiny 2 community really hate this board. I'm going to show you which one I am talking about. So, as you go here to Portal, Seasonal Hub, and as you go into the Play Now, you got this one right here, the Exotic Mission Grandmaster Conquest Whisper. The main reason why a lot of players hate it is, well, honestly, you could tell just by looking around. You don't really see anybody at not power level, but Guardian rank 10. Mainly because you don't really need to go past 10 in order to get tier 5 rewards or better rewards. There's nothing really past Guardian rank 9 at all. So why add a whole nother page to it? As you can see, you don't have only one Grandmaster, two Grandmasters, but you have 3, 4, 5, 6 in total that they want you to complete. And all for no reason. It makes no sense to have it going all the way up to here. It just really doesn't.
Wait, homie. You talking about Destiny? You talking about that border right there?
Yeah, Grandmaster Conquest Whisper. No one really goes into it. As you can see, especially as of right now, if I go around right now, walking around the tower, well, can't really. There's nobody on.
Yeah, this game's dying, bruh.
Nobody's finding the game fun. There's barely anybody on. And I recently loaded into the server and there was about like 2 people.
Bro, I have like 500 friends that play this game, bruh, and there's only like what 2 pages of them on. Well, half of a 2-second page.
Let's go to nearby. Nobody nearby. Wait a minute.
Bro, do something about this ass and iron update, bruh.
That's quite exactly what it is. And look, as you can see, nobody is on. Out of all these pages and everything, nobody is on. Only one person from our crew, and that's it. Everybody else that's in our crew is, let's see, playing a strike.
You playing right now. You have to be
orbit,
addicted to this game,
control, bro. And just playing a strike. Now he's doing a Master Conquest in Conduit, which when you go to here, now Expert Conquest for Devil's Lair, that one's easy. You can solo that by yourself. Expert Conquest Dark Priestess, you can solo it as well. It's very easy, but once you get to Conduit, you need help. But you have to have help for this. But that's not where it starts to get hard. It's a major jump from right here to here. As you can see, it says 10 to 15 minutes. What it means by that is you have at least like 15 or 13 minutes. And once you run out of that timer, which as you can see right here, this drill right here is actually a drill before that. But once you get to the first drill, you run out of time. You can't get no more revives. They did make it a little bit more tolerable by making it not get rid of your revives when you do lose the time, but you can't kill any more champions to get any more revives or anything. The enemies shoot way too much. Cyclops is one shot. That shouldn't be a thing. If you're trying to solo things with like the Fallen, the stupid tracking bullets, I know everybody has at least died to those. It's really dumb. But yeah, no one goes in here to play this back to back and things like that. And I'm not talking about all the other difficulties of this. I'm only talking about Grandmaster Conquest Whisper. No one goes in here to play this. Now let's see if I can find. See, you have a level 7, a level 5, level 4, and another level 7. Me, I'm at 9 as of right now. But there's nobody else on. literally everybody else is off. That should be enough proof for Bungie. And Bungie's so-called solution is just to add more. If they don't have anything they could do about the game, they try adding more so it gives people more things to do, when in reality it just makes the game less preferable. And as you can see, just going around, there's literally nobody at the tower, barely anybody on any of my lists, just a whole lot of like no activity. They already messed up with the Ashen Iron update. They didn't want to tell nobody until the day of the launch that the exotic mission was going to be pushed back. The more they keep pushing back these activities, the more people are going to be dropping off instead of staying on and playing the game. Look, see, we have one person at the tower, and that's it. One person. One person. 2 people now. Still not that many people. There's very few people. Normally there's at least like 15 people here, if not 7. But no, there's only 2. What a lot of players hate about the Grandmaster Conquest for Whisper is it's mostly parkour, and if you mess up on the parkour, you obviously lose life. They could at least make it to where there's a zone to where you don't lose lives in the parkour zones. You can't pull your teammates to a checkpoint once you achieve that distance that they want you to achieve, so it gives you a score for it, and that just makes the game like unplayable. Not a lot of people know how to do parkour. It could be difficult for some people, and we all know this. A lot of Bungie's players are mostly kids. Not a lot of them know how to play the game, so I don't know how. I would say, like, ones who still go to school and things like that to actually learn how to play the game just from like jumping down. Next, you know, there's a small little beam that pushes you off, or like the latency when you're trying to help a teammate cross the parkour. You're telling them to jump and it doesn't show them like exactly where, well, it shows them on their screen. It's just a whole bunch of latency, parkour for no reason. You can't complete it. Now, I could see them not being an issue if, for one, they didn't put was it like champions, especially like the Phalanx or the unstoppable taken enemies. I could see if they didn't put those into zones where you'll get thrown off the map and your revive's wasted. And then as soon as you complete the parkour section, don't bombard the players with enemies. Don't do that. Y'all have done it before with a whole bunch of y'all's missions. Y'all have changed it up a lot. I don't see why it's hard to do that now. And as you can see, it's back to 3 people over here at the tower. Barely anybody is online. Now, Bungie, I'm just gonna say the same thing that I've been saying. Y'all need to fix y'all's game and stop wondering why you're losing players. Y'all know why y'all losing players. Keep on worrying about over delivery. Y'all need to over deliver so that there's a whole bunch of content for players to actually indulge and give them something to do. As of right now, the only thing we got going on is Ashen Iron, and for Ashen Iron we only got Iron Banner, and there's nothing else going on. Once players play the activity like 3 times in a row, they're not going to want to play it anymore. take it back to how you're able to shape the weapons instead of trying to keep people to stay on just to chase a certain god roll. I think more people would like it if you were able to shape a certain weapon. And then instead of doing all this other stupid things that y'all be doing, instead of saying, oh, we're gonna give you guys more vault space, go ahead and give that now, so that people have, what do you say, more room to see what they like using in the game instead of way later on to where their vaults are full and what they want is what they can't get. And then instead of talking about how you'll be able to upgrade a whole bunch of, what do you say, like weapons, like crafted weapons and things like that.
About the ground unity.
Instead of saying, oh, we're gonna make it to where you guys could tier it up, but in the next expansion, y'all need to stop doing that. Don't tell them about the updates and then say, oh yeah, it's all the way over here, you guys gotta wait this long for it. No, as soon as you mention it, put it in that next update, that very update that's the closest. They told us before Edge of Fate even dropped about how they're going to improve vault space. They had enough time to do that. That was one of the definite most things they could have done. And then talking about how in Heresy, what was the event called that had the 9 involved?
Right of the 9?
Yeah, Right of the 9. Instead of saying, oh, Right of the 9 is to help players get ready for Edge of Fate. If it was ready to get players ready for Edge of Fate, then how come those weapons aren't tiered, they're not focused, they're not seasonal or anything? Now I could see if it was like Into the Light for the final shape, then yeah. But as of right now, you don't see anybody really using any of those rather than 9 weapons, especially in here. Once a new expansion comes out, there's obviously going to be a certain weapon that someone's going to want that has a better role or a better synergy with what they're trying to build it with in game. And instead of making it to where you have to play, what do you say, like grandmasters, at least make it to where you get 2 drops that are high enough, or at least higher than your current level. Instead of doing this, it's supposed to be dropping me at least 2 tiers higher. Instead it's dropping me things at 415, and my last drop was 428 from an activity. Stop making it drop lower tiers and lower power levels. It's very disencouraging. As you can see, it's still giving me things at 200 and also tier 1. It's just a whole bunch of garbage. And you could obviously tell how much garbage I've gotten by the amount of unstable cores I have. Almost 300,000 unstable cores. And I constantly upgrade my gear. As you can see there, 427, 425, 21. The only one I haven't been using is the Unfall. But y'all gotta get better with the game instead of just adding these random things into the game and then expecting people to play them. And stop changing around the journey progress. Like the whole thing sunsetting last, you could technically call it last season's seasonal challenges. So for most people, let's see where it's at. Is it seasonal? Yep, right here. Now, I completed this before Ash and Iron. As you see, it says 15 out of 15. I didn't actually complete 15 out of 15. I only had to complete 10. And then you can see they changed it because this gap right here. They changed it to make it harder for people who have not caught up. And as you see right here, it says 25 out of 25. I didn't even complete 25. But it's a big behind gap right here just to get to level 9. They just keep on adding more every single update instead of at least reducing it so that people can hurry up and get to level 9. Because once you get to level 9, there's no reason to get to level 10. Once you get to level 9, you start seeing more tier 4s and higher chance of getting a tier 5 instead of being at like 7 and having a smaller chance to get a tier 5. But once you get to tier 9, that's well, not tier 9, once you get to rank 9, that's when you start seeing more tier 5s. Alright, all this is okay, but putting it on ultimate difficulty, that's dumb. Obviously, if you have people doing ultimate difficulty, those are like the higher what do you say, like, well, let's just say like people who actually like, what would you call someone that
clip it?
What would you call someone that goes all the way up to ultimate difficulty?
Huh?
But what would you call them?
Oh, if we do ultimate difficulty?
Yeah.
And somehow pass it?
Yeah.
Like solo?
Yeah, solo and with fire team.
I mean,
you gotta be pretty good. The only person I knew that did it was Aquino.
If they do it easily, then they just have no life.
Well, yeah, you could say that. Let's just say the people who spend more. Well, let's just say the people who spend way more time on the game than they should.
That means they're addicted to this game.
I'm not addicted.
And yeah, and that's the thing. You have a whole bunch of YouTubers and not even people who aren't YouTubers, people who are holding YouTube accounts, talking about how they're quitting Destiny, and 1 month later, or less than a month later, you see them coming back and posting videos on Destiny 2. Bungie purposely makes it addicting, and they said, oh well, we know it's addicting and everything. Why they didn't change it is, it's quite obvious why they didn't change it. They barely have anybody on the game.
From shame on you, put the blame on you.
Like there's no crafted weapons. The only one I pulled out of my vault was Gold Tusk. Everybody knows why. But as you can see, there's no other crafted weapon in the inventory except for Outbreak. That's only since it's, well, featured and it's obviously a good weapon. But all the legendary ones that I've crafted, I don't have. They're just not that good. Especially with it's an actual sunset, really. They already said they weren't going to sunset anything, but giving it the power bonuses and damage resistance, which, first of all, the damage resistance, if I put the highest armor I have on, let's put that on. Let's put that on. Alright, so yeah, these count as tier 5s. So let's see. 15 damage resistance. Now, how come when I go into a game and I have so-called 15 damage resistance and I'm amplified, that's supposed to give me at least another like 20 or so, how come I'm still dying one shot from most enemies, even when my health is above 100? It just doesn't make any sense. No one's gonna want to build. No one's gonna want to build their health all the way to 200, which they stated that they're gonna change it to shields instead of having it at health. They still haven't done that. Because obviously the enhanced benefit says your shields recharge more quickly and have additional health when facing combatants. Now, how come when I'm facing additional combatants or more combatants, how come I die quicker? Get rid of, get rid of, I know you guys got rid of oscillation, match game, and grappler, but after some time, y'all should have been gotten that out. But now there's more, like haste. I can understand haste, making you have to move all over the place, but when you're using, say, like Tommy's match, but you obviously know it's gonna burn your character and things like that. You're just taking more damage. You're helping the enemies out more than you're helping yourself, especially if you have haste on. Instead of buffing our abilities and weapons, they just want to keep taking away. Obviously, if content's gonna get difficult, let Outbreak, let Barrel Dyad, like, keep their super regen like very high, so that at least have people building more to their supers instead of just their guns or ability. Allow hunters and warlocks to have more builds focused around their exotics to allow them to get their supers back, or keep their supers going, like Doomfang Pauldron for Titans. How we're able to keep our super going for as long as we can hit an enemy with our shield. And just overall, stop putting extra conquest into the game. I would just say stop adding conquest. I mean, I see y'all finally found a workaround instead of making it pay to win, or not pay to win, but putting all the Guardian ranks behind a paywall, like how, especially during Season of the Deep, you had to get the pass at, what was it? It was like 5 or 6. Once you got to those ranks, you had to pay for it. You had to go to the holo projector, talk to Sloan, get to rank 4 in the vendor, and then do a couple missions. That was behind the paywall. Everything else was behind the paywall. Y'all wonder why y'all kept losing players, so y'all finally ended up changing it. Y'all still have very little players. Just take out the Grandmaster Conquest and the Ultimate Conquest. There's no need for them. Ain't nobody gonna go all the way up to Guardian rank 12. Let's see. Pretty sure it was 11. Yeah, 11. Ain't nobody gonna go to Guardian rank 11 just to get whatever it is that you get. You don't even really get anything out of it. Alright, not at all. But I'm gonna go ahead and end it right here. I hope they fix it about what is it, their boards. They need to take most of them, actually no, they need to take all the boards out, keep it to where it's just Master Conquest, and that's it. And it took them a few to fix the exotic mission Presage to where it kept killing you. It was like critical timer or something like that. It would be 1 minute. It would activate 1 minute before you would actually have 1 minute left to get to the chest, and it would kill you and keep you in a death loop, waste all your revives, and it would also make it to where you can't leave unless you disconnect from either your internet or going to your settings and doing the switch. That's how dumb it was. But I'm gonna go and end it right here, y'all. Bungie just needs to fix their game before they lose more people. Hopefully Renegades brings some more people back, and with all that hype they putting around it, they better hope that it does bring back a lot of people, and not, like, what do you say, overhyping the next expansion. Like, don't just make it to where you do like one short story and then that's it, and the next you know it's events going on that you gotta do that don't even relate to the story, or just repetitive events. And don't put the content don't delay the content. As soon as you say it's gonna drop it with the rest of the content. Everybody's still waiting on the exotic mission. We haven't gotten the exotic mission yet. A lot of people were speculating when the Ashen Iron first came out whether the axe was an actual exotic weapon or if it was a relic. They hyped it up and then they delayed it as soon as they showed it on the live stream. Well, thank you guys for watching. Let me know down in the comments what you think about Bungie and what you think they should do, or if they've already messed up. Thank you guys for watching. This is TVYG. I'll see you on my next video tomorrow. Thank you guys for watching. That's all I gotta say.